There is a truth you have always sensed but never dared to say aloud. Some people wanted you to fail long before you even attempted to succeed. You felt it in their silence, in their forced congratulations, in the way their eyes dimmed the moment you improved. You saw disappointment, not in your mistakes, but in your progress. And you kept asking yourself, why? Why would people who claim to care about you quietly root against you? Because envy is not an emotion, it is a hidden warfare, a psychological competition people never admit they are playing. Envy is the desire to see you fall so they don't have to rise. Today, you learn a truth Machiavelli understood with chilling clarity. People do not resent your failures, they resent your potential. Your success threatens their identity, their illusion, their sense of superiority. They don't want you to fail because you are weak. They want you to fail because you could surpass them. And nothing terrifies a fragile mind more than the rise of someone who once considered equal or beneath them. Machiavelli wrote, men are quicker to offend the one who is loved than one who is feared. Why? Because love invites entitlement. Familiarity breeds expectation. Proximity breeds resentment. In human psychology, envy is predictable. It arises whenever someone's gain threatens another internal hierarchy. You must understand this. Your success is not neutral. Your progress alters the social order. People do not protect the order, they protect their position inside it. Once you learn to see envy, you will see how people maneuver around you. Who supports you authentically, who pretends, who watches from distance, who waits for your downfall as confirmation they were right about you. This knowledge changes how you move, how you speak, whom you trust, where you reveal your ambition. A person who understands envy becomes unmanipulable. The psychological mechanics behind envy. Your success is a mirror they cannot escape. People compare themselves constantly, not consciously, instinctively. Your rise exposes their stagnation. Your discipline exposes their weakness. Your courage exposes their excuses. They interpret your achievement as attacks because your progress forces them to confront themselves. This is why envy feels personal. It is a reaction not to you, but to the reflection you create in their mind. Envy is born from perceived similarity. A stranger's success does not disturb them. They admire distant greatness because it does not threaten them. But your greatness, that is intolerable. Machiavelli observed, men resent you for the good you do to them. Why? Because if they perceive you as similar to them, same age, same background, same circumstances, your rise eliminates their excuses. You prove what they could have been. And so they must destroy you psychologically to restore their sense of superiority. Envy is not hatred, it is fear disguised as emotion. Envious people do not hate your existence, they fear your trajectory. They fear you becoming evidence that they wasted time, avoided risk, ignored opportunity. Their hostility is defensive. Your potential threatens their identity more than your success threatens their status. Envy seeks equilibrium by pulling you down. Human desire psychological balance. If someone rises above them, they feel a loss of control. They cannot elevate themselves. Their habit prevents it. Their courage is insufficient. Their discipline is unreliable. So they attempt the only method available. They try to drag you back to the level where your success is no longer threatens their narrative. This is not always done openly. Often it appears as subtle discouragement, doubt disguised as advice, concern disguised as caution, sarcasm disguised as humor. Envy rarely attacks directly, it corrodes quietly. Envy hides behind moral language. People will not say, I envy your progress. They will say, you are changing, you are becoming selfish, you are too ambitious, you are not the same anymore. These accusations are not the moral judgment, they are emotional confessions. They mean You are becoming someone I cannot compete with. In social circles, your rise destabilizes the social hierarchy. Even friends measure their worth against yours. If you advance, the equilibrium is lost. Some will quietly distance themselves, not because they don't like you, but because being near you reminds them of their failures. Others will subtly sabotage you to restore psychological balance. Recognize this pattern. Do not resent it. Use it. Family dynamics. Envy is the strongest where proximity is greatest. People expect you to stay within the limits they set for themselves. When you break those limits, you disrupt their identity. They do not attack your ambition, they attack the version of themselves that failed to meet it. Machiavelli understood this when he wrote, "The injury that must be done to a man ought to be of such a kind that one does not fear your revenge." In family terms, the injury is your success. It is irreversible. It creates resentment they cannot admit. Coworkers do not envy your income, they envy your trajectory. Your upward movement implies their downward relative value. This is why many appear friendly until you begin to outgrow the space of both of you share. Envy is not triggered by your peak, it is triggered by your acceleration. Success creates distance, distance creates resentment. Julius Caesar. When Caesar's power began to grow, the Senate envied not his position but his momentum. They resented the possibility that someone with modest beginning could disrupt their inherited superiority. Their envy fueled a conspiracy, not against his rule but against his rise. Galileo. His discoveries did not anger the church because they were incorrect, but because they threatened the identity of those in power. Envy turned intellectual disagreement into hostility. People prefer a comfortable illusion to an accurate reminder of their ignorance. The friend who mocks your ambition is not mocking your plan. He is mocking the version of himself who never dared to dream beyond survival. His envy seeks relief through your failures. A mediocre colleague will celebrate your success only when your success does not threaten their rank. But when you begin to surpass them, their morale collapses into resentment. They sabotage quietly, not to win, but to prevent you from winning. Envy prefers a static world. Progress terrifies it. Now ask yourself, whose envy have you been trying to soothe? Whose comfort have you protected at the expense of your growth? Were you afraid of being disliked? Afraid of becoming a threat? Afraid of outgrowing the narrative you were assigned? Understand this. You were not resented because you failed. You were resented because you dared to rise. Your progress exposes the truth others refuse to face. Their envy was never about you, it was about their reflection. Stop taking responsibility for the projection of fragile minds. From this moment forward, you adopt a new principle. Do not seek to avoid envy, seek to understand it, master it, leverage it. Machiavelli warned rulers that envy is inevitable and therefore must be anticipated, not feared. People will envy you because you reveal what they lack. Your ambition threatens their complacency. Your progress disrupts their illusion. Your rise forces them to confront their stagnation. Good. Their envy confirms your direction. It indicates that you are moving where others cannot follow. Do not dim yourself to comfort them. Do not shrink to fit their expectation. Do not apologize for becoming more than they predicted. A powerful person is envied. A powerless person is ignored. Choose your burden. If they want you to fail, let them want. Let their envy accumulate. Let their resentment rise. And while they drown in comparison, you move quietly, strategically, deliberately toward the life they never had the courage to pursue. Because the ultimate revenge against envy is not confrontation, it is success without permission, growth without approval, power without validation. And the day they finally understand why you kept rising, it will be already too late for them to stop you.